Hey everyone, Sam at Wyvern Kodiak, and I have with me the Kizer Draca. Now I'm pretty excited to check out this knife because it's got some dragon scales on it, and well, hello. Anyhow, let's get into this thing and check it out. So we have some beautiful milled aluminum scales on here. You have a carbon fiber inlay with the dragon scale milling on it. G10 backspacer in green, which is an interesting color choice. You do have a titanium pocket clip, which is not reversible. And you have some brass, I guess, pivot collars on here. Everything looks to be in T8 hardware on here, so that is good as well. It does have a window on the blade and a rear flipper tab. Now this knife does have a little bit of a secret, which is cool. And we're gonna just dim these lights down here for a sec. And the scales glow. I think that's super cool. I love when you've got those little hidden Easter eggs of something on a knife. So anyhow, that's a pretty cool little feature on there in case anybody wants to know. It's got some glow fibers in the carbon fiber, which is pretty cool. All right, back to the full knife here. So opening this up, we have a stonewash blade. It is a sheep's foot shape on this thing. Comes in S45 VN, and it is a flat grind. So let's talk specs on this knife. We are looking at 8.11 inches overall, 3.42 inches on the blade, and 3.81 ounces for the weight. The usual suspects will come out for us here. Let's look at the Demko 8020.5 next to it, and we'll look at a Demko Shark Cub next to it. You can see that the Draca has, gosh, 3/4 of an inch on the 8020.5. So a good full-size knife on that. And for familiarity and consistency, here is the Benchmade bug out, and here is a Kizer drop bear. And you can see again, the Draca has probably closer to an inch on the bug out, and even more than that on the drop bear. So good full-size knife, and very cool looking. So let's talk about ergos. Has a very interesting curved handle here. Ergos in hand, 4-finger grip. I have double XL hands. Thumb out on the jimping here. Decent jimping. It's definitely got some aggressiveness to it, which is great. You want to have something that's going to actually lock you in. So decent jimping on the spine for sure. I like it. Comfortable 4-finger grip in the normal choke back position. No issues, no pinch points, no hot spots. Everything is good here. You do have a nice little choil here, which is curved and big enough for a finger choil. So you can get your finger out here, and very comfortable in this position too. I think this is probably where I'd live. I prefer choking up on my blades. So lots and lots of room here, and very, very comfortable. You can do some pinch grips, you can do some draw cuts. Very, very nice, good ergonomics on this knife. The action on this knife is on bearings, and it is a liner lock. So a shake closed, reverse flick off the blade, no problem. Very, very good action on this. Very easy, medium detent on the knife, and it's outstanding. Very, very good action on this. So I'm happy. I'm happy. All right, let's check this pocket clip, because this pocket clip is very cool looking. But when I look at the ramp here and here, it's got a drawn ramp. So on this side here, it is a very short ramp. And then on this side here, it has a more elongated ramp. So it's slanted across on this on a diagonal. Let's see if this is any good. So we'll pull out our test pants and let's get into it here. Dog hair. All right. For those of you new to the channel, I'm going to take the knife, put it in the pocket, and I'm going to see how well the pocket clip slides into the pocket, how good the retention is on that pocket clip, how easy it is to slide out of the pocket, and any long-term damage or fraying it does to the edges and seams of the pocket. Now, these are medium thickness jeans, to clarify, so this isn't a fail-safe if you're wearing super thick jeans or if you're wearing sweatpants or something like that. This isn't always a great indicator. But let's get into it here. All right, so we are in position, a little bit of pressure, and we're hitting a little bit of a wall here. Yeah. All right, so there you go. It's in now. It's got about ½ an inch or so sticking out of the pocket. It does seem pretty tight. Retention on this is outstanding for sure. And then sliding out of the pocket is a lot easier than sliding into the pocket. I do want to try a couple other angles though. Yeah, this is a pretty tight pocket clip. Okay, if you go in on an angle this way, so you can see this ramp is larger and more elongated than this side of the ramp on the pocket clip here. So if you angle it when you're going in this way, it goes in much easier. I can tell you that. But not everybody's going to remember that, figure it out, all that kind of stuff. I'm a pocket clip snob. We'll call myself what it is, right? So anyhow, I would say that it's a decent pocket clip for retention, for coming out of the pocket. It's going to chew up your pockets a little bit, and it's probably going to need a little bit of working in. This is a very stiff clip. So you may need to give it a little bit of bending, a little bit of time. It doesn't mean it won't work itself into a much easier, more functional clip, but it's not the greatest. It's certainly not the worst. So that is my feelings on that. All right, folks. So now's the time for me to go through some things that I don't like about this knife. And more than anything else, it's just a couple of things. 3 things? Yeah, 3 things. All right, one is the branding on the blade. I know it's not a big deal to everybody. It certainly doesn't take away from the functionality of the knife, but my gosh, I just think that that is just an eyesore. I don't know what you guys think on that, but it's an eyesore to me. I think this is a beautiful blade with wonderful lines and curves, and I think that it just takes away from the visual aspect of the knife. So let me know what your thoughts are on that. Do you care about branding on the blade, or do you agree with me that this is a little bit of an eyesore? The next thing on this that I have an issue with is this pocket clip. I think it's an avoidable situation. They did it correct on this side. They thought it was aesthetically pleasing to put it off on an angle here. But the fact of the matter is that if they would have drawn this side back as well, you wouldn't hit that wall, and it would be a very good and functional clip. Instead, you've made it a very stiff clip that's going to chew up your pockets for a while. So that's the second thing that I have a little bit of beef with here. And then the third thing is that, you know, I get the green backspacer now, right? Because you have these glow scales, and so green on the top with the green that's being highlighted in the glow scales, I can live with that. I feel like maybe the pivot color is out of place. I don't know. It's just a strange color combination. You have gray carbon fiber, you have beautiful like silver aluminum, you have stone wash, and then you have this yellow metal. I don't know. I'm sure some of you are going to love this. And that's fine. That's why there's 800 million knives out there for us to choose from, because each of us can have our own choices and opinions on things. It's just my personal preference. And since this is my review, I'm going to tell you how I feel. So don't take it personally. Anyhow, I'd love to know what your thoughts are. Do you like this knife? Do you think it's cool? I think it's a really cool knife. And Would you rock this thing? I sure as heck would definitely rock this thing. Plus, dragon scales. Hello. You're talking to the wyvern here. Duh. Anyhow, drop me a comment. Let me know what you think on this thing. And then do me a favor, if you're not subscribed to the channel, give us a sub. We appreciate all the support. Follow us on Instagram at Wyvern Kodiak. Join us Wednesday nights live in the Dragon's Lair. That is a YouTube live show. We go on at 9 p.m. Eastern time. And come and hang out with us and the community. We really love interacting with all of you guys. It is a lot of fun, and we've gained a lot of friends from the community here, so we appreciate you all. And then check out our website, wyvernkodiak.com. Stay in tune with all things Wyvern Kodiak, including our pre-order that will be opening up very soon. And there's going to be an announcement coming very, very soon. So you might want to stay tuned for that one, because big news is a-coming. So anyhow, I hope everybody enjoyed this video. I appreciate everyone's time. You all have a fantastic day.